Hi, welcome back to a new video. Today I'll be demonstrating a simple technique to paint a tree. So I've dipped my brush in water and let's go to some black, just some black. And we need a tree trunk for the tree. So the reason I added water is because I get that crisp edge. Try not to make it very even or symmetric. Okay, that's enough. And now I'll switch over to a rigger brush and let's drop in the sub branches and the twigs. Wiggle the brush. Maybe it's going to come the other way around. Try to make them very uneven. That is a trick. In fact, I've added more water so that the paint flows even more. That just like that. You can have a reference photograph for your reference. That's a good way to paint. So my paint was drying, so I added some water to that same pile of paint. Not much of water, just a bit to make the paint flow. And another interesting thing you can do over here is overlap the branches. And another common mistake that I used to do when I initially painted was this has a boundary. Look at that, this is confined, almost looking like a circle. So to break that, let's go ahead and place in another one, another bigger one, and they need not have a root to come out. Like for example, I can start from here and just sort of bring it out there. That's either way fine. Now I'll load in slightly thicker paint. Do that, a thicker branch. Added more of water. Look at that, just like that. It's that easy. You can even make use of the liner brush, the script liner brush. And in between, in the middle, I'll just go ahead like that. And I'm doing this pretty much randomly. And I might go a bit taller over here. Make it look even more interesting and natural. More pleasing. And just wiggle the brush. That is another trick. And make sure you have at least one or two branches overlapping one another. Still making use of the rigger brush. Look at that. And you can make the branches look concentrated at the right or at the left to avoid making them look symmetric. Okay, fair enough. Now I'll take in some lime yellow and just a touch of green. Yeah, that is the color I wanted to have. Just tap it. And I'm using the bigger modified flat brush. Maybe add in just a bit of white. Mostly lime yellow and green. And let's come over here to the top. You can take your time. And I'm gonna just drop in some of that foliage action. And this is not in the foreground, this is somewhere in the midground. And this is almost like a backlit tree, I would say. Skip some spots. Add in some more green. To create that variation, don't want to go in one single color. If you would have seen me paint, I usually go with many colors so that it creates some depth. Look at that, I like that spot. Actually, I'm painting on an A4 sheet, so it's not that friendly because it's going to absorb the paint. It will not allow smooth blending, but that's okay. Yeah, just like that. And I could have even made use of the smaller modified flat brush. The reason I did not make use of that is because I used it for painting the tree trunk. I could have cleaned it, but that's okay, like getting used to many brushes. That will allow me to get used to many brushes. And as we come towards the middle, it will get even denser. The reason I added some green is because I don't want these leaves to look transparent. Look at that, that's looking transparent there. Just added a bit of black, just a bit of black. Look at that, that'll tie the painting together. Near the tree trunk, it will be slightly darker. And another trick I have to mention over here is that you have to tap it very lightly, very lightly, and skip a lot of those spots, because in the end we might cover it or not cover it, but once covered it's hard to get it back. So now let's go ahead with another darker shade. I've just mixed in some black to that very same pile of paint, and that will be concentrated mainly on the interior part. Look at that, just like that. Want to get some more textures and want to get some interest to your painting. Okay. With this, I come to the end of this lesson. I hope you have enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.